I wanted to. I've been writing music still, and I don't have as much time as I used to for things like that, but songs have come to me and I will write down pieces and things like that. And I have in the background of doing my other projects completed another album that I have not released yet. I haven't had time to really go back through it and hear it again and again. And I I know a few of the songs though that stick out to me that tell me that that one's really good. And I kind of designed that one for another project, but I haven't decided on if I'm going to release it earlier than that project. And then when that project becomes a thing, it will also be there, or how I'm going to do it. Um, I don't have a lot of time to do music the way I used to, but it is still in me, and I still write like all the time, even when I'm not trying to or thinking about it. And so this BHMO, the BHMO version, is going to be 7 songs of like I went through this album again and changed some of the verses that the way I wrote them before, but I kept the the kind of sound that this album had and the vibe of it, but I didn't want to redo the entire thing. I mean, part of me kind of did, but I didn't have time to. And I think I realized that I don't believe I've released any music this year. I might have released like one song. It's kind of like, when I have time to do it, I do it. But I make no mistake, I write every word and lyric of every song that you hear, whether I'm in it or whether it's sung by the artificial voices or anything like that. And a lot of times I have melodies that I change to go with it and everything. I'm not really trying to do this to just just to do it. Like it's something I am passionate about, and I've always liked writing songs. You can hate me for it. And um there's a lot of hate towards the AI and stuff, which I understand. And I just want to make it clear that my lyrics, I think if you hear them, you would know that a real person, me, wrote this. I wrote it as when I sang it and the way I would do it. And just right now, this is the easiest way for me to make music and full time work on 2 other things that are like that I survive on. Music is kind of not something that I make money from or anything. It is something that I just enjoy doing. I wanted to drop this intro on. I don't think I'll put it on the album, but it'll be on the channel, on the Lexino Bambino channel, and that way, you know, there is some kind of voice behind what is going on, and I'm not like just someone that is spamming AI generated things. A lot of people don't like machines that make things. I can understand to an extent though. Say I give you a chunk of metal, you put it in a machine and make a bolt. So, should you get paid for that or should the machine get paid for that? I mean, you didn't really make the bolt, the machine did. I mean, so many people want to fall on, well, it's just a machine did it, a machine did it. And maybe a lot of people's stuff is like that, where they just hit generate and they even auto generate lyrics and things like that. I understand that that would sound like slop or whatever. I have never done that. And I will never do that, because if I'm doing that, I'm not even trying to make music anymore. And there's just not no sense for me to ever do that. And I'm only speaking about me, so that if anyone hears this and is curious on like how I write songs or whatever, I write my songs not even with a beat going or anything when I'm writing the song. Sometimes I'll wake up in the morning and I'll have a feeling like, dang, I think I can write a song. I don't even have the kind of layout of what it's going to be. I don't know how the first lyric is going to start or anything. But once I write it, it starts happening after like the third line. Within like 5 or 10 minutes, I've have my full verse of the first part and the bridge and a chorus, and then I'm right out the second. Something I like doing is in my second verses and third verses, if songs that I create have them, is I always try to do better than I did in my first verse. And so that it sounds better and better, so that the build is going more and more and more. I mean, that's how I've done it since I was like a teenager. And I just like coming back, like, because if I've held your attention enough to where you've heard the first part of the song and you like the chorus and everything, my next verse that comes out needs to be up with what the first was, or try to be even better if it can be. And that is just the way my mind works on creative things that I do. Anyway, I don't even know if anyone's going to hear this or listen to this, but if they do, bro, if you're listening, I just wanted to just have a verbal word with you about the way I do my music. I'm not here trying to say that I'm singing every single song that you hear from me. Songs that I fully sung in the past aren't even on the internet anymore, and they're not even anywhere to be found because that was. I think I have them on an old computer somewhere. But when I would do, and what I'm actually meaning is the entire song, the verse, the editing, all of it has always been me. But the music and everything was also me, of like all raw stuff performed, but like from my bedroom. So it wasn't like it was a professional studio thing. And it's kind of like just the way I've always been with my stuff. I've never stepped foot in a recording studio. I don't think I ever will. I don't need to. I mean, what I do when I make my music, when I'm writing it and everything, I already have the way I do it down, and I don't need any other things around me. Um, and I make my music a certain way too. That is just my kind of recipe of what I do. So, anyway, um, this was a word from Epic Lex, and I just wanted to say that. I hope it wasn't all rambles and stuff. I mean, I just wanted to explain kind of, because I think I may have taken the original Behemoth album down. I took some other albums down too. The purpose, when I did that, I was going to redo those better than they were, because obviously, as I write, even now today, I always feel like I'm getting a little better than I was. And whether I am or not, to the listener, to me, I am. And so I wanted to not just have junk out there that sounded crappy. I mean, because my voice sounded better than what the previous stuff even was, but it kind of fired up my writing muscle again that I hadn't used in a while when I first started releasing music on Spotify and stuff again. And so, if you find my Reverb Nation, there's a song on there that I dropped a teaser of that is on that other album that I talked about I had worked on. Or like are a bunch of songs that are more like that I don't have time to like put a whole thing together because I'm actually building something very important. And so I don't have that kind of time. But I just wanted to say it, I am still making music. I am always being creative. If you're interested in my gaming stuff and the other project that I'm working on, you can find me on Unbeatable Chaos on YouTube. And that's a K for the chaos, because I work in 4K, 8K, all the Ks, all the way up to 24. And, I try to be incredible as much as I can and always am working, and it's a free feeling when I can just be creative. And on that other project and stuff, I'm full all in, hands on with everything. So I enjoy doing that more than doing anything else right now. Like when it comes to modeling stuff, like designing, scripting things, writing it all out, it is a lot of freaking complex work. Very difficult, very hard. And writing songs and stuff is not that challenging to me. I mean, I can write a song in no time at all, and it not even be slop, and it not even be like average. It will be an epic thing if that's what I write it to be. And I'm not saying that to brag or anything, but the reason why I'm mentioning that is because I don't feel that challenged by just music anymore. I don't feel like it's something that I'm um I mean, it's not like I'm trying to be a superstar or anything for music. That isn't my goal. And I do want to create something though that has my music and something that is enjoyable that you can put your hands on and play. So the game that I'm designing and everything is going to have my songs in it, and my music is going to have my everything in it that I create. And that to me is more important than just dropping something, even though I write it word for word. But, I mean, it's not the same. It doesn't. Even when I'm singing stuff, it's not the same as doing some difficult things. That is just a fun time. Anyway, I talked way longer than I intended to. And so I just wanted to leave some information from me, and hopefully you enjoy the BHMO little 7-piece thing that I'm going to drop. The songs are really good, and if you had heard the originals, they're better than the originals. I wouldn't release remakes of something if it wasn't better. I don't do remixes or like things like that. I completely like to put new life into it, breathe new life into it is what I was trying to say. And so, that's where I am, man. And I hope you're having a wonderful time doing y'all's creative things that y'all do and everything. And I wish everyone the best. And that was just a quick little word from me. And in this same playlist on this channel, I will drop the 7-song album. And that will be where you can find that. There will be a video for the first song. The second one, I recorded one that I did in Unity, but I don't really like it. It's kind of like I had those behemoth models, and I had a scene. There was the ocean there and everything. There was a Porsche. I don't know why, but a brand new Porsche. I can't think of the freaking type. The SUV kind of one. Brand new, just sitting there, and its lights would flash as the music was going, and the text in the sky, kind of like this scene here, had Behemoth instead of BHMO, just like the original album is what it looked like. And except those letters were dancing to the music, and the scene was actually a scene that my camera was moving around in, because I start looking at the ground and then I raise the camera up as the Megaton song starts, and you see the ocean coming and crashing into the rocks and everything. It's very cool, but the models looked not good enough, I guess, is what kind of made me say I don't really like this. Also, I got a little shaky with the camera. But the first thing I did was I created a 3D audio space inside there, and so the song was actually playing in that scene. That's why the lights were going with the music. And the audio, though, playing it back didn't sound as good as it does in just the format that it is in. So I ended up muting that audio, putting this song into that video, and then I don't know if I'm going to upload that. If I do, just know that that one's not like the best thing ever, but it was something visual to look at. The other songs, I don't have time to put stuff together. Like, I don't have time to do the lyric videos and everything right now. I kind of wish I did, and that was why I haven't released this. I've had this made for about a month now, and I haven't done anything else with it. And I decided I might as well just do it now. I might as well just drop this video, drop these songs there. Maybe I'll just have them playing to this album art here, and that be what it is. And it's very fun. Like, and I'll say one last thing. Like, when I did the automatics, the last song on there, and it came to the female verse, writing that verse was so much fun, man, because I like, for what I'm doing now, like putting yourself in another perspective and writing, designing creative things like that, as if I was the female that was singing it, was so different than I've ever done anything before. But my mind had to go there. Like, this is what she would say. This is how she would um, flow this type thing. And it's pretty cool, man, because like, there's a thought process that goes into the work that I do, whether you like it or not, man, like of how it sounds. To me, it's pretty decent. Okay, I would say it is pretty decent songwriting. The songs sound good too, but the songwriting, if you're gonna judge me on anything, only ever judge me on my lyrics and my songwriting, because that is truly 100% me. That is never going to be any outside influence on that. That's why my songs don't ever sound the same. They are all written differently based on what I'm thinking as I'm writing the song. Sometimes I throw a few words in or a line that refers to another song that I've written either previous to that or in another album. I mean, what I meant previous to that. Obviously, those would both be the same. Previous to that would be in that same day or that same week. There is a lot of good music that I have made that you have not heard. Someday you will hear it. It's pretty cool, pretty good stuff. And I will leave you with that. And as I like to say, until next time, adios.